Greetings, Minecrafters! Nonsanity here, and welcome to episode 3 of All the Mods 6. As you can see, I added a couple more windmills and upgraded some of the chests of barrels, but this is all just making what we made before. Making new stuff comes next. Let's get started. Yep, I upgraded some of these to the barrels that I was trying. I went with the iron, because the upgrade from wooden to iron doubles the storage capacity for 4 iron. Adding gold only does a 50% further increase. So the iron gets you more bang for the buck, and it's a cheaper buck. It's only iron. So I made a bunch of those. It's cheaper just to make a bunch of those, because I got a ton of iron, and gold is fairly rare in this pack. And so they're filling up nicely. Got lots of stuff. I've already taken a bunch out to process up. Made 2 more of these. It's still not enough for what it needs. It's still running empty. But it's doing pretty well. It's getting close to finished here. And the best part is, if we come up here and look down, let's go a little farther because it's still working on this section. Let's crouch, come up here. Look at that. Those are all the Modium blocks. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, like maybe 18 of them. Pretty good. I can go down there and get them and duplicate them up. But I thought, let's make it more fun. So let's go back to the overworld here. Oh, noisy, noisy, noisy. There we go. Just got to open that interface up and then everything gets quieted down. I've got it running through some iron and some other ores. I got a whole bunch of ores here. As you can see, I moved things around a little bit. These 4 in the same place. But I expanded the wall back 1 and then put all the power cables back here. Moved the electrolytic separator down, and it's pushing upwards. Move the metallurgic infuser up here, so I'll have some other ones later. And move this out here because I don't really need it for power. I put I can't see it anymore. You can see it's getting dark. There is a gap in the roof, and the cables go up onto the roof where I put 3 more wind power generators for this building. So this is all being powered by wind. So we don't need this anymore. But I'm keeping it around for one more thing. So let's see. Go to my crafting thing and bring up, I guess a zombie did spawn. I'm going to make a jetpack. So let's see if I got all the right amounts of stuff. So I need... Really? It's going to make me... That is... Why is that zombie so loud? Where is he? The wolf in the tree. Oh, he's one of the... Is he one of the big guys? No, he's just a regular zombie. I hear another one. Oh, there he is. I was fighting one, and then I could hear the sound of a zombie off to the right. It wasn't the one I was fighting, it was another one. Alright. Toss these in here. Okay. Back to the crafting. Why is it only putting 1 in there? I got enough stuff for a lot more than that. Okay. I don't know how many I need. I didn't count. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think. I can make the battery. I need 2 furnace eye. Yeah, why is it only putting 1 up there? And make 2 of these. And a wooden jetpack. That's only good for about 20-30 seconds of flight, I think. Let's see, it only uses 32 FE a tick, but only holds 20,000. We're going to upgrade to copper, which holds 250,000. So more than 10 times as much. Uses 85 a tick. Then go up to the bronze. Uses more power, but contains more. And then jump to, I think, steel. So that gives us 12 million FE at 350 FE a tick. That's pretty good. And it counts as armor. So, but we have to go up through the tiers. So if we use this one, we're going to have to do copper energy cells. So I did make exactly the right amount. 11 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make that. I need 2 more furnaces. And actually, I'm going to make 6 because I'll need more later. Oh, I just need 1 more. Alright, 6 of those. Copper continuing. 2 of these. Now it's doing multiples. Weird. There's the copper jetpack. Now the bronze. Five of those. 1 of these. 2 of those. And the bronze jetpack. And then skip Invar. We're going to go straight to steel. These take advanced coil, so that's gold now. Yeah, once again, it's... Hmm. 11. Oh, I'm out of redstone. I still had some. 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That. Yeah, that that glitched out there a little bit. 2 of those. And steel jetpack. Alright, put away the excess. I guess I can carry some iron on me. And some sticks. Don't need to carry the gold, though. Alright, now I could power the... I thought about powering this with coal, but I think the wind turbines up here do let you charge items. Yeah, there it goes. That is going to take a little bit, though. Yeah, we'll just let that... I did chunk load this. Yes. So that'll keep charging while I'm away. And I want to show you something else I did between takes. North. And here we are. I built a base. Just a big 4-chunk room. Let's see, let's go out this door. Yep, this is the big empty plane that I said was surrounded by lots of the elemental craft nodes, including one on each side of this building, to different lengths. This one's right up against it. These are pumpkins. There's a mod called Oh My Gourd, or Umagurd. And if you, with 1/16 to make a jack-o'-lantern, or a carved pumpkin at least, you use shears on a pumpkin, and you get the face. And then you can put a torch in it to make it glow. But with the Omagurd, you can keep clicking it, and it's got like 20 or 30 different faces. But I like this one. It looks like a window, or maybe like a drive from a... it's not a drive from Refined Storage or Applied Energistics, since those have 10 slots. But it's still reminiscent, and I sort of liked it as a light source. So I've got some stairs and half slabs around it. This wood is archwood from Ars Novu, and this is cherry planks from the BYG mod. Big, or I guess big. I've got some steps to make these little troughs, just to mark where the edges of the 4 chunks are. And these are more jack-o'-lanterns, just regular ones, with a pressure plate in the red cherry on top, just to sort of hide them. It does make the clicking sound, unfortunately, but I can always mute that. I might do something different for the light. It was just, there were a lot of pumpkins on my way here, so I had a lot of pumpkins. I said, hey, I can put torches in pumpkins. That's when I found the Ermagerd. And down below, these are ladders from Engineers Decor. I really like them. I use just cobblestone walls down here, and just have a big empty space underneath. This could be used for running pipes and conduits, but probably mostly for a little farm. Starter farm. Because I really want to get started with mystical agriculture. But I can go back and forth through the mining dimension, because otherwise it's a bit of a hike. And there's the huge cliff here getting back up to my base on the top of the mountain. Yeah, so lots of these nodes around here. There's probably a few more in this area that I didn't really explore in detail. So I can start moving things over here. I'm just, like I said, I'm not doing anything for prettiness. I'm just going to be slapping things around this space, and that's going to be it. So let me head back to the main building, see how the jetpack's doing, and we'll move on with the next stage of my master plan, once I figure out what that is. Alright, we're back, and let's start crafting up the next plan. I've got all this uranium, and I want to do something with it. So, you may have noticed this chest up here. I opened it briefly last episode, and if you caught what was in it, it is graphite. Graphite just made by smelting coal or charcoal, and you get graphite. So I made a bunch of that. Hopefully I made enough, if I counted right. I want to make a bigger reactor. The original mod was big reactors, then there was extreme reactors, and now there's bigger reactors, which I think is more of the original. Let's see, do I need those for anything else? I do need them for this. So let's make these. I was going to do... Is this what I'm going to do? No. Why can't I make any more? I got 5. Great. Alright, 1, 2, 3. Hello? Hello, computer? There, I saw it showed up. We had some snow recently, and this morning, Verizon had an outage across the area. Okay. I think that's as many. I wanted 20 of those. Now make the rest into these. Alright. Hopefully that's going to be right. 2 pistons. So make the... Oh, no, I don't want to make the cyanide reprocessor. I want... Where is it? The... Where's the controller? There's the reactor terminal. I need a diamond. All of a sudden I'm having a little bit of a lag. Well, the world's okay. It must be the internet. Always got to watch to see what sort of lag it is. Alright, so I need 1 of these. I need 1 reactor power tap. I need 3 reactor redstone ports. I'm out of gold? I guess so. What's in here? Reactor redstone ports. Sometimes it puts the extras in, sometimes it doesn't. Not sure about that. I guess I could have made the glass, reactor glass, but I don't have a lot of glass. I don't care about it looking good at the moment. That's fine. Oh, I forgot to make these. So I do need some more graphite. I need 12 graphite. So we will interrupt this and smelt up the graphite. So, how many is this going to get me? What I want to have is a 16 base. So 16 at the top, 16 at the bottom. No. No, I want more than that. So 36 top and bottom. And then 16 at each level. So I can get 5 levels. That should be good. And then 4 columns in the middle. And actually it'll be 4 less in the top because it'll be these reactor control rods. So I have a few extras. How are we doing here? Alright, let me wait for these and we'll continue. Alright, graphite is finished cooking up. We should have enough to make the 4 reactor controls. There we go. Alright, I think that's all we need. Maybe I'll grab a hopper. Do I have an extra hopper? No. Well, actually, that's okay. I will make... Let's grab a little bit of iron here. And I've got the rest of what I need. Yes, alright, it's going through. So right down here, I have some shovels. Digging that underground part. Of the new base, I went through a lot of shovels. But I have a lot of dirt in my dev. My dank. go. So put down the base of these guys. No, it needs to be one more. Okay, then it goes up like this. Oh, I should have put it over one the other way. Let's do that. I want to. You can't put any of the outlet ports on the edges or corners, and I'd rather have it line up properly. So extend it out this way. Shortly I will have better tools. That'll be nice. Break. Break. There it goes. Alright, and then we'll do... Oh, no, not over there anymore. Do the control right here. Let's get some dirt. So put the control panel here. We'll have... Oh, I forgot about the inputs and outputs. This thing. Ah, that I knew I needed some pistons and oaks. Let me run back and get those. Need to be able to feed items in and pull items out. 2 pistons. What was the other element it needed? Chests. Got a bunch of chests in here that I took down from the quarry. If I can open... waiting for server. Might have to temporarily suspend this episode and continue it in another time. If my internet's going bad again. So far it seems intermittent. So I can live with that for the moment. Alright, 2 of these. I'm going to put one here, and this one... Oh, well, we can't change it yet. Once we make the block. And then over here, I'm going to use... This isn't square. Which side do I want to move? I want to move this one. Didn't notice it wasn't square. Shovel. You generally want these reactors to be even, not even, but when you put the rods in, let's go ahead and lay them out. Wait a second. Now it's just too big. Yeah. I'm going to get this right eventually. I just wanted it to be one more here. We're going to go to small tunnel. There. And it broke. I got more. Soon that will be a thing of the past. Small tunnel is handy for doing this sort of thing. Alright. So now I can put more dirt down. Now it is the right size. And I'm going to have to change the layout of things. Now it's going to be over here. We're going to have 3... Alright. 3 redstone ports. Input and output. control. And then this is the power output. That's what I wanted. That is not. Magnet. I need to make a magnet too. I killed a bunch of Endermen in my journeys. I've got 3 Ender Pearls, I think. Let's build up the fuel rods in the center. Alright, now I should have enough. I might be a little short. I think I had, what, 16? And it should be 20 for each of these layers. So I'll be short by 20. No. Short by 33. Because I used a bunch in the craftings. Alright, well, let me put the last bits that I do have in place. And now I just need to fill up the rest of this level solid with reactor casing. And then this will be complete. But I need to go and make more, so I will be right back, because that's going to take a little bit. While things are cooking up, it's running through the coal, and I even pulled out another furnace. Actually, I can sort of split this between these 2 furnaces. I forgot. There we go. I've got another idea of something to make. It's not one I've made before, so this will be new. I want 4 iron trapdoors. I want a block of redstone and 4 clay. This is the cyclic battery. And I don't know if it charges or not. It does not have a charging slot. That's too bad. Still. Wow, it's got a lot of power in it all of a sudden. 6.4 million. Spider. It fell onto a rat. Air. Oh, yeah, here. Ender pearl, lapis, redstone, magnet. And we're going to put it in the bauble slot. Any will do. And now, yeah. Those 2 nodes. On, off, on, off. Now I've got a magnet. That'll be nice. Should have made that ages ago when I was doing all the building, but I don't want to make stuff off camera here at the beginning of the game. Alright, so I gotta still wait for this to finish. Got quite a bit. Maybe it's enough. Let's see. If I gather it all up, I got almost a stack. Let's see if that'll let us finish off the reactor. I think so. Definitely. Alright. I'll bring it along with me. And some extra iron, too. Oh, do I have any more of those ladders? I don't, but I can make some more. I think it was... No. Diagonal? That's it. And then make a ladder shape out of these? No. Don't remember the pattern for the ladders. Did I make the wrong? No, here we go. Yeah, it is a little weird. Oh, I did make the wrong. No, I didn't. They're just invisible again, because... Now I've forgotten the pattern. That? No. That? There we go. I want to make more of these anyway. Just make all of them. And now I can just put some up the side like that. In case I ever need to come up to adjust these guys, which I probably won't, because I'll be running it at maximum capacity. I won't need to ever turn it down. Ta-da! Okay. Yeah, because these things you can adjust the rods so they produce less power or more. But I just want full power. Thank you very much. Keep these in my backpack. Alright, so now I can go over here and flip the direction of that one to output. This is input. So, if I get out some wood, make some slabs. Actually, make 2 barrels, upgrade them. Like these iron ones, they're pretty good. I think it will outputting waste, fuel outputting waste. I think it'll just push it out, but for the input we will need to pipe it in. I don't think it pulls. Got 1 item cable left. So here we'll left click, click that to turn it off, left click again, and click the top part, which should now pipe it. So if we put some uranium in here, yep, sucked some up. We've got uranium in the system. Just need a piece of power cable. Well, let's turn it on with nothing hooked up first. On. The heat goes up. That's the fuel heat. This is the case heat. They just change the efficiency. And the efficiency is, this is reactivity rate, this is usage rate. Almost half a millibucket a tick. And the power is going up. Let's turn it off, because there's something else we can do. Coolant. Now I'm just going to, let's see, if I come up here and, that's not what I meant to do. All right, not perfect, but good enough. Just want to make a handy-dandy, never-ending pool right up here. And then clear out. I got the magnet. Yay, I can stand back and they won't fall down inside the reactor. That would have been a pain. Alright, so now I can take water buckets and start placing buckets of water all around the interior of the reactor. There are better fluids than water, but I've got water right now and it's very easy to set up. Now we can compare. Oh, I should have filled up my buckets before I did that. Hold on. This can be repaired. Okay. Now I can get rid of this. shapeless. Alright, so if we turn it back on again, heat goes up, but it won't go up as much, I don't think. Now when this reaches the top, it's going to keep running, but we're going to be wasting power. So let's go ahead and hook it via energy cable to the to the quarry. And now it's going back down again. But look at that, only half as much a tick. I forgot to see how much it was producing before and after, but it's producing 3.7 thousand RF a tick, so 3,700 RF a tick, which is still more than this thing, this thing still needs more than that to run at full speed. And we're not even doing silk touch. Waste detection enabled. Yeah, so I will slowly there you can see that we have the orange 79.5, that's how much fuel is in there, and the light blue is the cyanite waste. As soon as that gets up to 1,000 or 1 bucket, it should pop it out into here. Oh. Did I switch it? Outputting waste. And that's turned off. I think there's a bug in the cyclic pipes. So I'm going to... That's probably going to make a mess. If it ever catches up. I didn't get that done in time. Yeah, there's a little bit of a lag spike there. Alright, and case down below. And dirt go there. Alright, so you are outputting waste. There, and then you get this. And now it's not out. See, even though I disabled that side, I think it was still piping it into this container when it was down there. I now can turn this back on again because it got shut down when I broke it. Meanwhile, it probably won't be a problem here because the quarry is going to use all the power. But once the quarry finishes, it won't need the power and we want it to shut off. So, oh, this has changed. Redstone, fuel temperature, casing temperature, fuel enrichment, fuel amount, waste amount, output stored, change reactor status input. Okay. I moved this one up. So I'm not sure if they were interacting with each other straight at the sides. That would actually, if they did work that way, it'd be great. But I have a feeling they only shoot out. But still, it's fine moving it up because that works. So this one's set to trigger while below 25%. And I apply the changes. You can see it's lit up there because right now there's nothing in it. It's running, but it is hooked up to the system and that's draining it all out. This one is set to trigger while above 75%. Apply changes. And this one is set power reactor status trigger on pulse. Apply. So what I do is I put down 3 blocks like that and run redstone like so. Now that's going to turn it off. But if I turn it back on again, so there's not generating any power, so that this one is on. But since this is set to pulse, it will only change the status on or off on the reactor when this line first lights up, when it goes from dark to light. Right now it's light. But if I go over here and unplug this, you'll see it'll start filling up again. And as soon as it gets to 25%, this one will go dark. And when it gets to 75%, this one will light up. And at that point, this will be a pulse into the system and it will turn off. There we go. And it is red screen off. Now if I hook this back up and let it drain, see it went dark, so it got below 75. When it gets below 25, poof, it turned back on, and it's now running again. So now it will stop, and I think I saw it coasting upwards. So I'm going to turn this down to just 60. Okay. So when it goes over 60%, so as soon as the quarry stops and no longer needs the power, this will start filling up. When it passes 25, this line goes dark. When it gets to 60%, it'll light up, turn it off, but the residual heat will keep producing power, less and less power, but it'll keep rising up, and it should stop before it reaches the top. That way it doesn't waste fuel. Which it's used half a stack? Not sure. Because it's 79.6 in yellow, but 400 in the blue. Those look like millibuckets, but the yellow is not millibuckets. I've got quite a few fuel rods in there. Those must be buckets. And then the blue is millibuckets. It's sort of mixing its... Even though it says buckets at the end of this line, I don't think it's actually all buckets. This is divided by 80. Yeah, I don't know. Don't care. This thing should be running a lot faster now. Let's go take a look. Oh, wow, yeah, look at that. So much faster. Ooh, I should bring my jetpack over here to get charged. But this doesn't have a charging slot either. I'll have to figure out which charging block I want. Alright, let me go see about that, because sitting in one windmill is not going to produce... It's taken forever. Because that jetpack holds a lot, and one windmill does not generate enough. That's why I made this battery, but it doesn't have a charging slot. Some of the other batteries do, but let's see. Mechanism. Basic energy cube. Oh yeah, I can make that. Let's do that. 4 steel. 4 glass. Got some redstone, got some iron, need some gold. What's over here? Basic energy cube. Oh, forgot the osmium. Oh, I need 4 alloys. There's 4. Put that here. And it's filling up. Oh, I forgot the jetpack. Got ahead of myself. I don't know what this dog is doing in the tree. He wasn't there before, and I don't know how'd you get up there? I mean, you're not a cat. Yeah, it's gotten a quarter of the way, maybe full. Hasn't been that long, but now this should charge it up pretty quickly, if not immediately. Hurrah! Sometimes when it runs... Oh, wrong side. This side. Alright, well, it doesn't charge it quickly, like... Oh, I know one that does it quickly. The RF Tools energy cells. Dimension cell... Do we not have that one? Oh, that is it. Need some prismarine shards. But these are nice. They do charge it very quickly, I think. This holds 12 million RF. This one holds 10 million. The next stage up, I did get some dimensional shards. I don't know if I got half a stack, though. Plus, these can be made. If you make 2 of them, you can link them together and have wireless power. So now that that's full, only the charging of this is going to be sapping any power from the quarry. But yeah, that is charging much faster. That'll be done in a few moments. How are we doing for storage? Oh, that's full. That's half. Yep, starting to get full. Well, let's just take the jetpack as it is. Pop it on. I think my settings are... No. Alright, that's hover. Okay. Energy, hover, go. Whoa! That's fast. Alright, so now I can come down here. A little hard to control. There we go. Get out my block breaker. Turn it on. Getting all the modium. Let's get these 2 here. Turn it on. I wish the automatic hover would only kick in after you dropped 1 block at least. That would make more sense. Because otherwise going down, just walking along the ground, every time you go down 1 block it kicks on, and that's so annoying. For all the modium. Let me get a few more, and I'll meet you back at the base. Oops. But yeah, I got 19 all the modium ore. So that's 57 if I triple it. But I can do better than that if we do elemental craft. So we'll leave this running. This is in a different chunk. Yes. Oh, it's on a chunk boundary too. Well, as long as I load this chunk, that should not be a problem. There we go. I don't have to worry about the hole. That gets automatically chunk loaded by the quarry here. It's going to be done soon. Oh wow, it's on the last row. Alright. Let's turn that off. And let's head to... I think I gotta move my stuff to the new base. Be a little bit easier with the jetpacking and fly a little faster. Alright, let me schlep all that stuff back and forth, and we'll meet again over at the base. Alright, well, it's been 2 or 3 days. I've moved. That took a little bit of time. And I was getting some of the things, trying to figure out how I'm going to set things up. But I also moved the quarry here over. It's rearranged a little bit so that it fits nicely in a chunk. Right up to the edge. With some extra room in here. See, it's still on, so it's still running. Yes, yes. Yep, still going. I did have to... I mentioned before that you can adjust the rods up here. I actually, if I'm shift-clicking these arrows, because if you shift-click, it goes up and down by 10. Control-click is up and down by 50, etc. And Control-Shift-Click takes it all the way down. Putting this rod all the way down basically stops this column from working. This one's down, and this one's just slightly down. Because if... Take the ladder. If this thing is running too fast, this poor sorter can't keep up. And this fills up. And whenever this fills up and it mines a block, or it tries to mine a block, if there's nowhere to put it, it just skips that block and goes on to the next one. And you end up with, jetpack on, ooh, it's just about done. Large chunks, like Swiss cheese, left behind. Look at all this aldehydium. I've got all the aldehydium in the world. Or at least this chunk of it. Yeah, so it looks like it's about to finish the next to last chunk, and then it'll do the last column. Good timing on our part. Well, almost. It'd be nice if it was just finishing the last column, but good enough for story purposes. There's one in the wall. I always check the walls to see if there's any extra bits. I also grab these flashy things, and do I see any of the rarer one? I think it's only down here at the low levels. No, I don't see it. But there is another one. I have gotten some in the quarry, though, and that's going to be important in the next step. There it goes, coming down the last step. Last chunk. How are we for storage? I already had to add these on the back here because it was getting full. Alright, we'll have enough. It's getting close, though. So much stuff. Storage is definitely next on the agenda. But to do just about anything, like I can make the speed upgrades for this thing, but they require quartz. I can make a cyclic farmer, but it requires quartz. Everything requires quartz, so I definitely have to go to the nether next. I did simplify this slightly. See, this one should be dark, yeah. It's the same setup on the body of the reactor, but instead, because it turns out there's a strong signal coming out, it lights up the redstone on top. So if either one of them is on, this will be on. And when both of them go off, which happens only when it's between 25 and 60, then it'll turn off. And then if it goes into the... it's same as before. Same as before. Does my jetpack need a charge? Nah, it's okay. Almost done. And how much yellorium is left? When I broke this thing, I found that there's a new feature. You can tell it to, on the output one, which I can't get at the moment, but if I toggle this to output, you can switch between the waste, which is the default, or tell it to spit out the fuel, in which case you get this back as yellorium, which you can't get in the world. But if you ever needed to convert uranium to yellorium for some reason, you can put it in the reactor and then immediately spit it back out without running the reactor, and you'll convert the uranium to yellorium. It gets out almost all of it, but there'll be a small little bit, less than an ingot left, that it can't export because it wouldn't be a full ingot. So close. I'll definitely come back and mine that, but we're going to mine it in a little bit easier way. Alright, well, I'll just leave that. Let's go take a look at the base. I made a bunch of these cabinets here. Dark stone, gabbro, and marble were the 3 other major stone types that the quarry was mining up. Don't really need them, I don't think. I sort of like the gabbro. If I ever need a white or a black, I'll keep them. But I've got a whole lot of the gabbro. All of this diamond one and a little bit more of an iron. I've got 2 iron, or an iron and a little bit more than half the dark stone, and then this much marble. I've got charcoal, I've got redstone, I've got fluorite, I've got various gems in 3 different containers. This one, that's the rare one. This is those sparkly ones I was talking about in the walls of the quarry, ex-petrified orbs. But there's also the stellarite ore, and that's really good. I'll show you what we're going to do with these a little later. I've got tons and tons and tons of ore. And this is just what from the previous collection, what I cleared out of the current run, just to make room. Oh, and more down here. These should all be empty. This one has got enriched redstone. I just made a whole bunch of it. Empty. And then I've got all my ingots and some of the other miscellaneous materials and glass are in here. Got my woods. I've got 2 things of biologicals. I've got all the inferium I've collected. That is a project chest. Next time. I've got various stones, and pumpkins are in there for some of the jack-o'-lanterns. Miscellaneous stuff from magic mods. White rock is good stuff. I got all this from demolishing buildings from Elemental Craft out in the world. Various mob drops. Do I have any more ender pearls? I got 2 left. Alright. And various miscellaneous machine things. I made a stone cutter. Still had a furnace. Forgot what I was doing with that. I think I used that before I set all this up. This is the same setup we had back in the other base. We've got the purification chamber, which needs the oxygen, which is water comes from the sink into the electrolytic separator. It's throwing away the hydrogen, dumping the excess, and the oxygen goes into here. It outputs to the crusher, which outputs to the enrichment chamber, which outputs to the smelter, which outputs to that chest there. I've got 2 more project chests here, and another one outside. Oh, something died out here. I'll keep the shard. Interloper. And I did start growing some crops down here. Turn off the jetpack. These are all just inferium seeds. I made some from the inferium I've got in seeds, wheat seeds, and planted them. And then as you harvest them, you get not only the inferium, but more seeds sometimes. And if you whack the farmland with the inferium, it turns this slightly greenish color, and that should give you more drops from the plants. I don't think it changes the seed chance, but it does increase the number of essences you get. And that is all I've done. I planted some, where was it? It was over here. Planted some sugar cane. Yep, that's it. So all the rest is project chests for next time, I'm afraid. It's getting near the end of this episode. Though I think I do want to do one thing with you before we end this episode, because it'll be a nice ending. See, let's get some lapis. Turn that into, so we need here, into dye. This is blueprint paper. I need some sticks. And I've cooked up some all the modium from the first. Ooh, I want to do more than that. First thing I'm going to do, armor. Straight up all the modium armor. Good stuff. Get rid of this leather and mob drop crap. Okay, I've got the backpack, so I'm just going to stick this in my chest, and I'm just going to throw these things away. They're pretty worthless. Alright, now let's sleep. So now I'm decked out in some really good armor. Okay. I want to make a Paxel blueprint. And I need a tool rod blueprint. This one. So now I take the tool rod and any 2 materials, and that gets you 4 rods, and take the Paxel blueprint with any 4 materials and 1 rod. 5? 5. And this is shapeless, doesn't matter. We get an all the modium Paxel. Very nice. You can make a book to hold these in, but we'll do that later. I'm just going to stick them in here for now. And now let's do one more thing. Let's take 5 of those, bunch of these. These are eternal Stellas. So what I was saying is really nice. These you use in a smithing table. So I need 2 iron. Never did see a smithing table when I was exploring villages. Smithing table. Drop you down over here. You take an item that has damage, or that can have damage, whether it does or not. And boom, it will never have damage. And now it's better than both of these combined. I was like wiping it out. This does 66 damage, so it's better than any sword I've had. It'll mine, let's see, control. It is harvest level 5. So I can now go and mine all the modium. No problem. And this will never wear out. And I can also do this to all 4, get the other one, pieces of my armor. So now they will never take damage. I wonder what happens if you do it to your jetpack. I don't think it takes damage. There's no harm making an extra one of these, even if it doesn't work on the jetpack, but it's worth trying, I think. What do you say? Let's give it a try. Jetpack. Nope. I didn't think so, because that's not really damage, that's power. And it doesn't take damage. Provides a little bit of armor, but nothing compared to these. These, look at this. 100 armor, 42 toughness, I think. Yeah, I forget what the symbols are. This just does 4 armor, and this does 100. Pretty nice. What else do I have on me that has damage? I don't really need unbreakable shears. Don't need to carry that or that anymore. Do need a hoe. I don't need an unbreakable hoe, though. I don't need leather pants. Nothing else that I guess I really need to improve that way. So we'll save this for later. There will be other things I will use those on. But armor and the main tool, that's pretty good. Now, of course, I can enchant all this, too. Technically, it is enchanted with indestructible. So if I disenchant it with a device that'll put it onto a book, I can pull the indestructible off. But it's the same as just creating the thing. All right. That was a long episode. Longer for me than for you. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I do like this pack. It's a good kitchen sick pack with lots of stuff that's both familiar and good for ease of life. Mechanism, for example. The backpack. Jetpack. And plenty of mods that I've never used before this pack, like Elemental Craft, which I said was last episode, but I need to set up a mob farm to really progress in it now that it's had the change to add those gems. And a mob farm I'll need to get some spawners. Now that I have some armor and a good weapon, that'll be a little bit easier. Oh, I want to get Silk Touch on it, which means I need to set up an enchantment. Ah, the rabbit hole. So much fun. All right. So much more to do. I hope you come back next time. Bring a friend. And this is Nonsanity, signing out. Take care. Be good. Stay safe. And see you next time.